Hey everybody, welcome to the Mind of the Shape, episode 4. Here we're going to talk about Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. And the Shape and the Shadows didn't quite make it in today. When it comes to the Halloween 4 mask plus the Halloween 5 mask, I do have a big head, so I will not be able to fit those masks and everything else to do these. Well, this at least the next two. This one, and of course Halloween 5. But it is what it is. But joining me tonight, we do have an awesome guy. You need to go check out his YouTube channel. And gotta be careful, man, especially be around cornfields. Because he is a child of the corn.
What's going on, man? Appreciate you having me. Thank you.
How you doing tonight? Ready to talk Halloween 4?
Yeah, no doubt, dude. I actually got it on in the background right now.
I kind of love it because it's like you're watching the movies as you're talking about it. You're like,
exactly.
Oh, hey, remember this scene? Hey, I just saw this scene and it's like the awesome scene ever.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I watched it earlier before, just earlier in the morning. And yeah, man, like I just feel like it's not that I didn't have that much appreciation for this film, but I think I gained a little more appreciation for this film because to me, it's just like I can see why it's definitely a fan favorite. It honestly has really good atmosphere, really good Halloween vibe. I like the beginning personally because I know it doesn't have like the jack-o'-lantern intro like most of them do. But I just like it because I'm from the Midwest, and it literally, even though it was filmed in Salt Lake City, Utah, to me it just has like that Midwestern vibe. Obviously, Henfield.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, especially the beginning we get the landscape and everything else.
Yeah. It's like it is just like it literally looks like my backyard. Like it's just I like that. And it was, obviously the return of Michael Myers in like 10 years or the 10-year anniversary. So, I don't know. I can just understand why it definitely is a fan favorite. And I saw, I definitely did see, well, I'll let you get into it a little bit and I'll kind of tell you what I kind of think a little further in, I guess. My bad.
Let's get to the chat. Got people in the chat. We got Chelsea. Hello, boys. How's it going, Chelsea? How you doing tonight?
What's up, Chels?
Also got Mr. Shape says, hey, guys.
What's up, Nikki?
Okay, so for Halloween 4, yeah, it was, especially after Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, of course. I mean, it still did well, I believe, in the box office, but everybody, all the fans wanted Michael Myers back. They wanted Michael Myers. Where's Michael Myers at? So with them doing Halloween 4, and of course 10 years after, I guess 10 years after Halloween 2 or 10 years after the original, the Michael Myers comes back.
Yep.
Of course, he's in this pretty much a comatose state. He's basically in the coma and everything else after what happened at the end of Halloween 2. But the thing is, like when it comes to Michael at this point in time and his motives, at the beginning of the movie, there pretty much is no motives for Michael Myers at this point. Yep. Because as we know, Jamie Lee Curtis, she didn't want to come back for Halloween 4, and they pretty much killed her character off, and so she died in a car accident.
Correct.
So at this point in time, Michael Myers is like, well, I'm done. My family's dead. Yep. I'm the only one left. I'm gonna just kind of stay here. And then, of course, as the doctor and nurse, they take him out of Smith's Grove and take him somewhere else. They kind of mention that, oh, hey, he's got pretty much everybody in the family is dead except for he's got a niece. And then what happens? He hears his niece. Oh, my motors are back.
True.
And he gets his motors back, and you see him move his hand, clenching it, and then of course he just starts slaughtering everybody in that ambulance car.
Yeah, and really good, I guess you would say, makeup and visual effects. Like when Loomis goes and checks out the ambulance when it's in the riverbank or whatever. Yeah. I mean, he's definitely. I mean, I know we're gonna get into this, but yeah, he's definitely on more of a supernatural level in this film, which I honestly dig, and I think it. I mean, to me, it only makes kind of sense, don't you think? You're like,
yeah. I mean, at this point in time, yeah. Again, because like even like when Michael Joe kind of like on yesterday, he kind of said something about Michael Myers being able to regenerate himself.
Yeah.
And then of course, at the end of Halloween 2, he gets his eyes blown out, and then of course he gets basically caught on fire and pretty much burned to death, right?
Oh yeah,
We see him in Halloween 4. He's got burns all over his hands, but you don't really see his face. You don't really see his eyes. He's kind of bandaged up and covering his face. When you get the mask on, basically the eyes are pretty much pitch black. You don't really see his eyes.
true.
So at this point in time, it's like, okay, well, Michael Myers has to be some kind of, again, supernatural. He's able to heal himself and regenerate, his damaged tissue. Plus, I'm believing he's able to regenerate his eyes too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
After getting kind of shot out. But again, if you're taking 2 shots to the eyes, 2 bullets to the eyes, right? That pretty much is a guarantee death, because it's not just shooting your eyes; it's also going through your eyes into your freaking brain.
Oh yeah.
So, but he was still able to swing and everything else in Halloween 2. So again, it's like, all right, so how does he? Is still alive after all this? So of course, it's going to be either he's got some kind of powers, supernatural. This is more where we see Michael Myers more into that supernatural, where he is in a way somewhat like Jason,
definitely,
in some form, but not totally like Jason.
Yeah,
that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, no, it actually makes total sense. Like, I think like a lot of people kind of almost got turned off by that aspect of this film, where they were like, we liked the psycho vibe of like, or psycho-esque vibe of like the first 2 films of Michael kind of being the stalker, but being somewhat of a man, even though, Loomis would sometimes hint like he's not a man, and stuff like that, he's pure evil. And then in this, he becomes like this kind of almost supernatural, like super villain, kind of like Jason. But I can dig it, man. Like, you know what I mean? And the actual original script, I think, for the film was actually supposed to be more of like, kind of like Haddonfield, just like living with like the ghost of like Michael Myers, but apparently they didn't like that whole thing, I guess. To me, it actually sounded pretty cool when I was like looking into it. But yeah, I mean, I just appreciate this film, like listening to the fans and being like, hey, everybody wants to see Michael. We're going to put him back on the big screen. Like, you know what I mean? So got to appreciate that. Yep.
Yeah, of course. I mean, again, after Halloween 78 and Halloween 2, there was a big fan for Halloween and Michael. And then, of course, like I said, again, with John Carpenter, he was like, I'm done with this. I don't even want to do this no more. I want to do Halloween 2 because I want to do the thing and everything else. So I'm kind of done here. But then he did Halloween 3, and you want to turn to anthology films where we're talking about pretty much something happens on Halloween night every, different scenarios. Of course, we got, Michael Myers in Halloween 1 and 2. Then Halloween 3, we got, the mask and stuff, and there's, they got the evil, corrupt,
Cochran.
rich guy with the mask and everything else, and then who knows? Well, the next one might have been, like a trick or treat,
Yeah. And
crazy guy, razor blades and, cannons like that. It kind of goes into that situation or those scenarios or more into the lore of Halloween. But then it's like, well, after that, it's like, hey, fans, well, hey, I want Michael Myers back. We want Michael Myers back. Let's bring Michael Myers back. So they brought Michael Myers back, and we got Halloween 4. Which still, it did great in the box office.
Smashed, actually. I think on a $5 million budget, I think it did 80 million in the box office, and it was at number 1 for like 2 weeks, I think they said. So yeah, I mean, big time budget, or not budget, but benefit. And honestly, I'm not against Carpenter's wanting to do the anthology series. It actually interests me like a lot, like to see or like maybe think about like what he might have done. Like again, I'm a fan of Halloween 3. Oh, I wasn't when I was younger. I'm not gonna lie. I can't say that I was the biggest fan, but as I got older, I appreciated the film. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm really glad they brought Michael back, but it would have been cool to see if they would have done like a side like anthology or something like that. Would have been pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, they can actually do that too. Ever since Halloween ends is pretty much over. They can actually go into they want to do that.
Very true.
But again, what they call Halloween?
Oh,
that's
they
going to be
better not, because people will get pissed, man. Yeah, they better.
See, that's what's pretty much how it'll turn into be. Because again, if they do the anthology film like Halloween 3, they're going to call Halloween, something, you know what I mean? But again, it's going to be like that kind of thing. In my opinion, they kind of did maybe like an anthology series or it's like film. To me, it would be more like Trick or Treat with Trick or Treat Sam and also like that. Doing cool. That. because you get the lore of everything in Halloween in one whole movie.
Yep.
So again, I think that's actually pretty cool. But for them to do like another one, it'll be kind of hard. I mean, let's say they want to do either a reboot of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch and do another one
Be
for
awesome.
like a more like a modern type thing,
Yeah.
maybe. But I mean, it's going to be kind of iffy at this point.
I think if I saw a significant film being remade, I think that's like got to be in like the top 5 list of like a director picking, like selecting that film to be like, yep, let's do a remake. I don't know, maybe that's just me being like a fan of the film, but like I could see somebody like wanting to do that maybe. But
yeah. But also too with well, when we get to Halloween 4, like I say, it did great in the box office. I mean, a lot of people complaint with Halloween 4 was, of course, the mask.
Yeah. Yep.
And how it didn't, like I said, it didn't look like the original and everything else. But I mean, supposedly they actually had like the original, like they ordered a whole box of freaking Don Post, Captain Kirk masks. And to do it, but they all came in the box pink.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I mean, they didn't really do much to them. You know what I mean? Because again, the original one that actually like took the mask and redid the hair, spray paint and everything else, and cut the eye holes bigger. They could have done that with the Halloween 4 mask and kind of mold it into the look like the original if they wanted to do that. But it's like they didn't. It's like they're like, oh well, we don't know what to do here now. We don't know what to do.
True.
It kind of like went to a blank. It's like, well, you had the resources. You heard what happened. You heard what the other guy did to the mask. Why don't you just copy the same formula?
Yeah, I guess when I was younger, it probably didn't bother me as much, and it still really doesn't bother me that much. But yeah, I see what you're saying. They almost kind of slacked on it a little bit when they probably could have put some time into it. Yeah, and then even that part in the middle school when when he grabs Loomis and it's like the pink hair or the blonde hair.
Yeah,
but yeah, they didn't edit it out very well.
When he grabbed Loomis. Yeah,
yeah.
But it was a quick shot though. They said they were tired. They brought the wrong mask on set.
Yeah.
And everything else. It was kind of like, well, you probably could have reshot that real quick.
Right.
In my opinion, but
yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. But then, of course, like I said, we get to Halloween 4. And so now we're going to talk about more of Michael Myers' motives on what's going on now. Again, like I said earlier, Jamie Lee Curtis, she didn't want to come back for the 4th one, so they killed her off. And then Michael Myers pretty much has nothing to go after now. So he's going to stay in his comatose state forever. But then he finds out he's got a niece, and of course he does this. He basically starts going kill him, doing a killing spree, everything else, and he starts going over there, and now he's trying to find his niece, right? So now it's like he's got his motives to kill Jamie, and anybody who comes in his path, he's going to pretty much kill. Now again, when he kills, I mean, it's in my opinion, it's kind of going back to the same formula of Halloween, like 78, and 78 and Halloween 2. To where he's like on a like one line.
True.
Like tunnel vision going after Jamie.
Yep.
And whoever gets in his way, he's killing because again, I don't think he killed too much people he killed people in that diner and then of course the mechanic to get the coveralls, right? Pretty much after that, we really didn't see him do much killing after that.
Well, he kills all the cops in the police station.
Yeah, he does kill the cops in the police station, but we never got to see that though.
True. That is true. And then just the dude at the I guess what would you call that? The electrical dude.
Yeah, the electrical dude.
Yeah.
But then again, these are reasons why he's killing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking there's more reasoning why he's going to kill and everything else. So it kind of leads up to making the town defenseless so he can get to Jamie.
Exactly. Yep.
I mean, again, Michael Myers is freaking smart. He knows what he's doing. Definitely knows what he's doing.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he knows more than Jason and Ghostface do, but that's just smart.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when depending on this new film, I guess we're going to see how smart this new Ghostface is. I guess.
But again, like I said, he pretty much goes to town trying to find Jamie Lloyd. And at this point in time, Loomis is not, in my opinion, not too over the deep end just yet.
Yeah, he's not Halloween 5 quite yet. Yep.
Yeah, he's not Halloween 5 quite yet. So again, he's more of still Halloween 1 and 2,
Yep.
and that's pretty much it. So he's still kind of on that right now. But again, he even told I believe that guy was Win. The one that kind of said, to go and take Michael, get him out of here. I believe that was Win. I'm pretty sure it was.
Okay, wait, what are we talking about?
Okay, the other doctor, the one that Dr. Loomis talks to before he goes and tries to find Michael.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the doctor in the beginning where he's basically signing Michael Myers off to the other doctor
from,
and the nurse.
Rocky 4. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that guy. Yep. I believe that is Win, who actually comes back in Halloween 6 as the Cult of Thorn.
Got you. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
I do believe that is him. But at this point in time, they weren't planning on doing the cult yet until later on.
Yeah, true.
But again, I do believe that is Win, though. I'm kind of 100% that is Win. Because even at this point in time, Dr. Loomis was like, hey, like, why'd you move without talking to me first? Like, I'm his doctor.
Yeah.
Like, you went over my head and just said, go and take him. Now look what happened. I told you about this. And then, of course, they even go to the crash site, and they're all talking. Michael Myers was in a coma. He was in a coma. He couldn't possibly get out of that. He couldn't possibly do this. He couldn't possibly do that. And then Dr. was like, you know what? I'm going to go to Haddonfield, and I'm going to find him myself. He's like, oh, you're probably not going to find anything. Well, he's like, you know what? Well, if you don't find his body here, I'll find him.
I'll find him. Yeah, he's
and he did too. He went to that gas station, found Michael right there.
Yeah, I like the quote he puts, he puts out there where he's all like, you talk about him as if he's a man,
Yeah.
Great quote. But then, then what are your thoughts on the diner scene? So, he's staring him down. He's got the coveralls on. He's bandaged face. And he says, damn you, Michael. And he pulls up and he starts blasting at him. But then he's like, not there. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, that right there was actually a pretty cool scene because, again, it just shows how Michael is.
Yeah.
But, again, I mean, we didn't see what Dr. Loomis saw.
Exactly.
So we know it's Dr. Loomis shot Michael, right? We know he shot Michael. But did Michael fall down? Yeah, because as soon as we get to that shot where Dr. Loomis shot, he's like looking over, and Dr. Loomis is looking down, right? And then Michael Myers ain't there. So did Dr. Loomis shoot Michael, and then did he fall down, or did Dr. Loomis shoot, but Michael was like did that little quick getaway? You know what I mean?
Like the ghost face in the
yes
convenience store.
Just like that. I mean, he moved pretty quick.
Yeah, no doubt.
But still, that's right there. With that scene there, I do enjoy that scene because it's like after 10 years, they found Dr. Loomis and Michael Myers finally meet again face to face. So it's like you get that sense of feeling like, okay, like here's the Dracula, here's the monster, and here's Dr. Loomis. This is Van Helsing. Facing down the monster once again.
Yep.
So you kind of get that feeling when you see that scene, especially when he's talking to hey, leave those people alone, Michael, and just leave them alone. If you want to kill someone, kill me. Just take me, Michael. Just leave those people in Haddonfield in peace. Just take me. And Michael just like, nope, I ain't doing that.
It's all right. I'm heading to Haddonfield.
But again, even after that scene, and then like Dr. Loomis shoots whatever, right? And then of course it goes and he's looking like Michael. And almost like a big old truck comes out, and then it hits the gas station. The gas pump
is perfect. Yeah.
I'm surprised Dr. Loomis survived that one.
Oh,
man,
man,
he moved pretty fast for an old man to jump over the trash cans and stuff and take cover.
Yep, totally agree there. Yep. So, what are your thoughts on? Well, never mind. I mean, I guess we already all knew that. I guess or whatever.
What's that?
Well, I always thought people claimed that he no. Never mind. What am I talking about? He did that in the first one. Never mind. The German Shepherd. I was gonna say, what are your thoughts on him when Loomis is all like, he's been here, and he's like, how can you tell the dog's like dead in the closet? You're just like, oh man,
Yeah.
Michael's out here harming dogs. No, I'm just playing. Because really, he does kill the German in the first one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kills
the German, and then of course he does kill Jamie's dog too. He does kill that one. but again, it's when it comes to like killing the animals, it's more like again he's eating. He's kind of still human in a way.
Yeah.
But he still needs to eat. He still needs to feed himself.
Yep.
So like even though he's purely evil, and he needs like how they say Halloween kills. The more he kills, the more he transcends, and blah blah. Right? It's kind of that similarity too. But again, he's still human, and he still needs to eat. So but again, I don't think he ate the dog. I think he just killed the dog.
Definitely.
I think he just put it in the closet, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So really much eating there, but again, it's just it's the kill, more killing, thrilling. Doesn't matter if you're an animal or a person. The only thing Michael Myers leaves alone, when it comes down to it, is babies.
Babies, yeah.
That's it. Yeah. That's the only thing he does not kill. Because again, when you see Michael Myers like kill like other dogs or even like trying to kill his niece or that kid in 18, it's more of like
he feels threatened.
Yes, I guess like someone like there's some kind of threat in there, some threat. In a way. Not too much with kids, but with babies are completely totally helpless. They can't do nothing. So it's like Michael Myers, like again, if you want to take it like Predator, right? Just like in Predator, when the girl put the gun up and Arnold was like, no, don't pick the gun up. He's like, he didn't kill you because you went unarmed. There's no sports in it. But again, it's kind of like that similarity. It's like there's no sport in killing an unarmed person, or someone that's not really a threat to you. There's no sport in it, right? Just like when you go, like people go hunting, right? They hunt bears or stuff like that. It's a sport, but at the same time, it's kind of still a threat because a bear could kill you or a lion kill you, a tiger, whatever, right? When it comes to like little kids or babies, it's really no threat. That's just my opinion. But of course,
oh no, I think you're spot on. Yeah.
But again, when it comes to Halloween 2019, when he killed that kid, it was more like he was already like in his teens. I believe he was already like 13 years old.
Yeah.
Around 13 years old. So he's already like that borderline teen already.
And
when it comes to Jamie, it's more that's his niece and he has to kill the bloodline.
Yeah.
That's mainly why he's going after Jamie.
And the kid in 18 was also, wielding a firearm. So obviously he's like, well, he is a threat. You know what I mean? So yeah. But
I do like that scene though when he pops up from the back. Of course, again, a callback to 78 where he pops up the back seat and kills.
I thought it was an awesome callback. Yeah, dude. I'm sorry. 18 can do no wrong. Like it is. I know everybody's already heard me say it 1,000 times. It is definitely my favorite of the franchise for sure.
Yeah. But again, there's so much awesome stuff with Halloween 4, especially oh my God, what's her name? I keep going blanks on names. The girls that are wearing that shirt says cops do it by the book that the Brady was messing around with.
I think it's Wendy. No, yeah. Oh gosh, dang it!
I forgot her name too.
Yeah.
You got a computer right there. I don't got a computer. My computer's right here.
I think it is not her. Oh, Kelly. Okay.
Kelly
is her name. Kelly Meeker. Yeah.
Yeah, Kelly Meeker.
Yeah.
So again, there's a comic with that. Of course, you can already tell that Kelly was kind of attracted to Brady. And then, of course, when Wade's like, hey, I could get her number and stuff like that, and blah, blah, and he's like, well, go ahead and do it. And then Wade goes over there and says, fuck off, Wade.
Fuck off, Wade, yeah. If there's one part of this film that I freaking dislike so much, it is just Brady not knowing how to use a double barrel shotgun Like, I'm just like, dude, like when Michael's walking up the steps after he's, he shot the door twice and then he's going to blast him again. It's like, dude, like, I don't know. To me, it's just like, man, this dude, like, I don't know, apparently never been around a shotgun in his life, I guess, or I don't know.
I mean, that could be possible too, but again, at the same time, in my opinion, like once panic mode hits you, it's like, oh crap, yeah. He's getting closer. I mean, you're started panicking because you're scared, you're afraid, this is a life or death situation.
True.
So sometimes, a lot of people can, either adapt to that or they go into what's called a panic mode. And sometimes a panic mode is kind of the worst option to go into.
Yeah, and I don't know if he got both shells in there or not, but I know like when he goes to shoot him, it lets off like one. Like I guess he could have pulled both. Actually, I don't know how that gun's set up, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. It's a movie.
But I mean, again, Michael already came in and was like, nope, get the hell out of here with that.
Yeah. And what is nice about this film is I think when they first cut it, who was it? I think Mustafa said like it wasn't hardcore enough like for all the slashers during the 80s and stuff like that. They were like, it's too soft, like we need to cut it up like a little bit better. I think they went and got some guy from New Blood, I think Friday the 13th New Blood, might have been the makeup design guy. I can't think of his name, but they went and got him, and there are some pretty brutal scenes with Michael in here, but it's very like, like it's not too over the top, which is nice. Like I feel like that still kind of gives homage to like, the first couple Halloweens, before it and stuff. So yeah.
But yeah, I think that especially when Meeker comes in, well, because we all know Brady's kind of messing around with her and stuff.
Oh,
I don't know
hilarious.
if he did anything or had a chance time to do anything, but I just love when he comes up to him, and of course he's like locking the house up, and he's giving them the guns. And here you go, he gave Brady the gun, and then he's like, you know how to use that? Oh, so I should call my mom first. Like, no, you got time. You're gonna stay here. And then of course, when he turns around with the gun, he's like, if I find out you grew up my daughter, we'll use that gun on you.
Yeah, no, that's a good
scene. He's like,
oh shit. Yeah, it's a really good scene.
But again, like the funniest thing is, especially with that cop, to where Michael Myers is hiding in the back seat, right? And they go and take off, and they get to Meeker's house, and then of course he gets out, goes out. I got some guns in the car. I could bring some, right? So he goes back in and goes back outside of his car to get the guns, and he finds that the back seat door is open. And my other thing is, he's like kind of look like, oh, and then he just shuts it and then runs back inside. Like my thought process at that point is like, wait, I had not opened that door. There was no way that door would be open because I didn't open it. All of a sudden the door's open. I'll be running back in the house. Hey, somebody's here. I think Michael Myers should break it.
Yeah, more so like let people know that like, hey, like even if it was somebody running up to the car just in general off the street, which at the moment it looked like everybody was running for curfew and stuff. You best believe I would have ran back in that house and been like, yeah, the car door was open in the back. I totally agree. Yep.
We'll get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Kind of my thing, because of course, Michael, because at this point in time, they're already boarding the house up, locking it up. Michael's already in the house.
Yep.
He's like, I'm already in here, guys. Again, because you see it too, because you see the mask, the white mask come through the shadows in the back. Yeah, where that sheriff's kind of rocking the rocket chair, looking and stuff. You see that mask come up and the mask disappears, which that's so awesome. Again, when it comes to the white mask, right? It's so awesome to see it come out of the shadows into the light, and then just easily fade into black.
Yep. I actually think there are some dope shots in this film. Like when it comes to like the part where he puts the gun through not Rachel, Kelly, and then it kind of like goes to like that kind of like shadowy, like, I guess look at him. It almost looks like the original mask, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Like I was like, ooh, that's pretty cool. And then I do really like the part where she can't find Jamie, she can't find her, and then she takes off running, she ends up finding her, and then Loomis shows up with the sheriff, and then they're like, oh, there he is, like right there. And he's like, Loomis, look over there. And then there's another one. And then there's like another one. And I almost feel like that's something that they could have captured in the new trilogy. Maybe they almost kind of did a little bit, but like, see, that's what I mean. Like when they almost kind of wrote it where it was like the ghost of Michael Myers was almost kind of the threat towards the town and stuff, which people were, trying to portray him and stuff. Like, I think that's kind of cool. Like that would have been a cool, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when we got multiple Michael Myers surrounding, Dr. Loomis, everybody else, and they're just kind of popping up and they almost got shot. Like, oh, hey, happy Halloween.
Yeah. Right.
But when it comes to like to have them do something like that, where like especially like Halloween Ends, it was kind of like more like, again, they kind of didn't want to take too much part of that, to do like multiple
for sure.
Michael's, but again, at the same time, I mean, that mask was in a way, in my opinion, was like a one and done mask, and of course, they probably will not make that mask, especially around in Haddonfield, because after what happened, so they're like, no, we ain't making this mask.
True.
And then somebody puts a mask on, they kind of start running around pretending Michael Myers and ends up getting killed, whatever, because they're playing pranks, whatever. That's going to be a big no-no.
Yep.
But see, it's kind of weird though, because at this point in time in Halloween 4, it's more like, that kind of scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Very true.
We also got someone in the chat. We got Dominic Sinclair.
What's up, Dom?
Hey, but I mean, at the same time, it's just I do love that scene because Dr. Loomis is already about to start shooting. You see in his eyes. Oh, he's got the gun now. He's about to start shooting.
And Dr. Loomis, man, he shoots first, asks questions later. Like, yeah.
Well, at this point, but again, you kind of slowly start seeing Dr. Loomis start to freaking lose it.
Yeah, turn into Halloween 5. Yep.
Because again, it's at this point in time, he's trying to stop Michael, but deep down, he knows he can't stop Michael.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way they're going to be able to stop Michael. And then at the same time, but even like when he was in that truck with that guy, the preacher guy, they're having the whiskey, of course, the big, everybody loves that song, they'll be gathered at the river. Loomis sipping the alcohol, whatever. But it's kind of like in a way, Dr. Loomis kind of like, I guess maybe like kind of resembles with him in a way, because he's a preacher, he's against evil, and trying to stop, this and that, whatever. So Dr. Loomis kind of feels like, in a way, he's like that. He's like the savior. He needs to put this evil down.
Yeah. Oh, totally agree. Yep.
We got Prima Down in the chat. Says, hey, how's it going, Prima? How's your night going on? And we also have Dominic Sinclair saying Dr. Loomis warned them they didn't listen. Of course they didn't listen. But again, when it came to Meeker, he was more like,
he was a little more understanding. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a little more understanding. Because once he said, hey, where's Brackett at? Oh, Brackett retired. I'm the new sheriff. And he's like, okay, well, hey, Michael Myers. But he's kind of like, I don't think so. No. But you see his fear, because he's sort of like, hey, Michael Myers already kind of flipped this town up already. We don't need more shit going down. But you see, he actually took more of an initiative to try to stop Michael than Brackett did.
I totally agree. Yeah.
I mean, again, one thing too, in my opinion, if you're a sheriff in Haddonfield, don't have kids.
Yeah, right.
Because pretty much every sheriff in Haddonfield during Halloween, they lost their daughter. Brackett lost his daughter, and then of course Meeker lost his daughter.
True.
So it's like, damn. But I don't think anybody lost their daughter after that. Well, because Meeker was a sheriff still in Halloween 5. He's still the sheriff of Halloween 5.
Yeah.
So you also have that too. We have Prima Donna says, my night's okay. I'm watching Holes again. I hope you and Mrs. Shape are having a nice night. Yeah, we're having a good time. We're having a good night tonight. We're doing this. We got Chop the Corn in.
Man, I haven't seen Holes in forever, man. That was a long time.
Is that the one with Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, dude, I actually enjoy that movie.
Yeah.
That's actually, again, this is before Shia LaBeouf went crazy.
Dude, Shia LaBeouf is a freaking beast, dude. Like, this dude, I didn't realize that he was married to Mia Goth, which is pretty dope.
Who's he married to?
She's a total babe. She's the chick that's in, my bad. She's the lady that is in X. She was in Pearl. She's in the new she's going to be in this new movie called Infinity Pool. She's going to be in the new Maxine movie, which is like an 80s, I guess, time-esque film. I think it's not a prequel. It's obviously a sequel to X. Yeah. So pretty dope.
So Clarice also says, yes, Brackett wasn't a good listening. It wasn't good at listening. Yeah, he wasn't good listening. But I mean, at the same time, he was kind of like, because again, when Michael killed back in 78, back in 63, he was only 6 years old. So with him breaking out, it was kind of like, okay, well, he only killed his sister. That's pretty much about it. So we just got to try to find him, I guess. And it's kind of not really much of a threat in a way until later on he finds out, yeah, he's a threat.
Yep.
And then, of course, but again, once Halloween 2 came about and he found out his daughter passed, he was more like, damn you for letting him out. Damn you. And then he disappeared for the whole movie.
Yep. Very true.
And of course, we won't see Brackett again until Halloween Kills.
Yeah. I was talking to Donnie earlier, and I was telling him we were doing the stream tonight on Halloween 4, and he was like, we'll have a moment of silence for Ted Hollister. He's the guy that gets shot by like the little group of guys that gets together and
Myers, bam, bam, bam. It's like,
I mean, they just unload on that bush, man. They just,
yeah, they did.
They just,
it's like, it was funny as shit. That's one funny one. Like, you dumb son of a bitch.
Yeah. I definitely remember that part when I was a little kid. So, fondly, man, like, yeah, but I actually really like that aspect of this film, or that element of having like this, little militia or whatever you want to call it, like get together and like, go after him and stuff. Yeah, I thought that was.
Well, that's all they had.
Yeah,
that's all they had because, of course, Michael Myers took out the whole police force.
I mean, do you think they did it better in this film or in Kills?
What, the mob mentality?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I think Ford, it was more.
Believable?
Again, they all got killed.
Yeah,
but again, I don't think they were too coordinated.
True. Yeah.
In Halloween 4 than Halloween Kills, because again, they were a little bit more coordinated in kills, especially towards the end when they fight Michael, because they were basically like swinging at Michael, shooting him, everything else. They were actually taking him out.
Yeah, yeah.
And they pretty much thought that the job was done until he kind of got back up. But at the same time, I think they're a little more coordinated in Halloween Kills than they were in Halloween 4.
True.
And of course, again, when it came to Halloween 4, they're more like a bunch of rednecks.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
I say like Halloween Kills, they're more like kind of regular Joes like you and me. Because again, it wasn't so much like the redneck type deal in Halloween Kills. More like average people, coming out of their homes, like, hey, we need to stop this guy. He's killing everybody. We need to do what we can to stop him. Everything else. So it's kind of more, I guess, in that sense.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. And after watching this film too, like earlier, and even just like now, I'm sitting here. I actually need to, and it's not like I never did, but man, the newer trilogy actually did a really good job of showing homage to like a lot of these, first films, man. They really honestly did. And I was telling Dace earlier and I was telling Conrad, and then like, man, I think I'm going to sit down possibly tonight and watch Ends again. I'm going to do it. But when I get to that part where Corey's beating up Michael, man, it's going to be so hard for me not to turn off the film, man. But I'm going to try to.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's one of the scenes I hated, but
I'm going to try to get through it. But
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish what you're saying. I thought you were done. That's my bad.
No. I mean, like, to me, I feel like we tried to watch it again, and I think when it got to that part, I was like, all right, turn it off. It's like, I can't watch this shit. But no, I mean, like, I definitely do appreciate like what 18 and Kills actually did for showing homage to like these first films, through this franchise.
Really well, same thing with Halloween Ends, especially the house. It looked just like the Halloween 5 house.
Amen. Yeah. First thing I thought, like when I started this film, and I think originally the script was supposed to be where Michael was going to end up getting trapped in the Meeker house, and it was going to be engulfed in flames, and he was going to go up with the house. But I guess they did, obviously decided to go a different route. But
so it's pretty much the house is going to go up in flames, and Jamie and Rachel were actually trapped in there with Michael, and they're trying to escape it.
Yeah.
And then but I guess they kind of like, we can't really do this.
I think they said
especially when they're dealing with especially a child and something actually went wrong.
Yep.
Kind of like, oh yeah, we kind of fucked up on that one.
Yep. Yeah, I think they said it was going to be like too expensive or something, but no, I like I love that. I love this house in this film, man. It's awesome. Yeah. When they're up on the roof and like that whole thing, it's pretty cool.
Well, we'll talk about going back to Halloween Ends. I mean, I totally understand about, Corey Cunningham beating up Michael. But again, Michael Myers was doing kind of more of the beating. The only thing that happened was if you look very closely at that scene, very closely, Corey did not take down Michael.
Michael slips up.
Michael slips.
Yeah.
And again, once you slip, especially when you slip pretty hard, especially on concrete, you do, and especially at his age, he did probably got the wind knocked out of him for a split second.
So was it actually Corey, or had like some evil already been like passed over to Corey? Like, I mean, I almost feel like that's what they were trying to do in that film, kind of what they do in 4 with like Jamie and stuff. You know what I mean? Kind of showing that it's like the essence, or like the essence of evil being able to be passed over and stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yes, I see. When it comes down to that whole situation, again, when you watch Halloween Ends, you got to look more. I tell a lot of people, everybody, this is you got to be more psychological with the movie.
For sure. Yep.
Okay. So when it comes to Halloween Ends, especially what happened with Corey in the beginning, he accidentally killed a kid and stuff like that. It's more like, okay, before because when he kills that kid, that takes place in 2019. So a year after 18 and kills. So with that situation is everybody's more concerned about, so they're still kind of in a way talking about Michael. I kind of say this a lot. I can't remember the name. Again, I can't remember the name, but it's like when you put thoughts or beliefs into something, sometimes they can actually appear or actually come to life.
Isn't that just life?
No,
I'm just playing. They actually, I mean, yeah, like the world's all in your mind or whatever, but
I can't remember what it is. But you ever seen the TV show Supernatural?
Oh man, I totally know what you're talking about. I almost want to say if I have, I can't quite remember.
Okay, well, there's in one episode of Supernatural is where Sam and Dean, they kind of run into these guys called Ghost Facers. There's like this little group of kids, whatever, right? But so apparently, somebody made up a story that there was this farm guy in this farmhouse, and he actually pretty much killed his family, and then he killed himself. Okay. And then so someone made up that story and put it online. Well, they read it and they're starting to believe it, right? Well, he did that, whatever. So it's like they're kind of feeding the story, and at the same time they're manifesting this guy that's pretty much this abandoned farmhouse.
Yep. Okay.
And then, of course, people kind of go inside. They kind of put writings on the wall, and they kind of put like the sigils and stuff, and of course with spells and stuff that they don't know what they're doing. But again, that actually helps bring that person to life. You know what I mean? So the ghost is alive. So it's kind of more manifesting, right? So in a way, it's kind of like this scenario here, to where during 18, then mid through 19, they're talking about Michael Myers. It's hey, Michael's still out there. Michael this, Michael that. But then when Corey actually kills the kid, now it's like Corey. So at this point in time, it's like, the more people fear Michael, the more the more he kills, the more he transcends all that aspect. Now it's like it's being split down the middle. So some still going to Michael when people are talking about Michael, but then there's other people talking about Corey.
See what you're saying. Yeah.
So now it's like Corey's kind of being fed a little bit, but he still has humanity a little bit left.
Yeah.
But of course, he gets bullied. People hate him, whatever, and that's especially with like the father of the decade. He even said, "Hey, did the town put this evil in him, or was it already there?"
Yeah.
Again, that's the point in time was like you don't know for sure. But then, of course, when he meets Michael and Michael grabs him, they have that little psychic ability where he kind of looks in his eyes and he sees the torment, everything that happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, he lets him go. But and people are saying that that's when Michael kind of transcends a little bit the essence of evil into him, right?
Yeah.
So then, of course, Corey escapes. And then, of course, Corey kills the homeless man right after that scene. So now it's kind of then you start seeing like Corey's transitioning into going further down to evil, right?
Yep.
And of course, like he said, he cut his hand and everything else. So now it's like when Michael and him went on their killing spree together, and of course he got his hand cut up and everything else, and now he takes off, or he doesn't kill, takes off, and he's looking at it, when it's like pretty much healing, and because he puts on a thing. Of course, when Michael's doing his killing too, it's like they're splitting the kills. In a way, it's like they're splitting the life force of this person they killed.
Yeah,
Michael killed, it's like splitting it. So some's going into Michael and some's going to Corey. But again, Michael's a lot older, Corey's younger. So of course, if you want to pull like I guess let's put like a kill power. So Michael's going up a little bit, Corey's going up higher. Because Corey's a lot younger, Michael's a lot older.
Yeah.
Well, now it starts taking more time. In a sense, that's what I'm getting at. So again, it's like you get more to the psychological, to where they're both are killing, they're both transcending, and everything else. But at the same time, it's Michael's still kind of at that weakened state, because now because it's no longer the focus is on Michael, now it is on Corey. So now like everything's being shared, and now Michael is still, in a way, he's still kind of getting his momentum back up. But it's not as fast because now he has to share it with Corey.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it makes total sense, dude. I figured. When I first watched the film, that's what I was thinking pretty much the whole time. It was kind of like a shared, like he kind of like showed him the way a little bit, like with giving him maybe some like this like helping him find his like inner evil or whatever, I guess you would say. And then like, they kind of just, I don't know. He's his young Padawan pretty much. Kind of.
Again, I just, at that whole thing, I just don't see Michael kind of taking on a freaking,
exactly
protege.
Yep. Exactly.
And then going to kill.
Yeah.
But but again, it's like if evil recognize evil, it's like, okay, well, let's help each other out. But again, if you notice though, right? Because Michael still, he said Michael's still human, right? So when Corey led the Mulaney cop right into the sewer where Michael's at, right?
Yeah.
Michael comes out, attacks him, but he gets the upper hand and knocks down Michael. Michael's already like, oh man, I don't know, but you can see Michael, he's like all like withered and old, like kind of scared now.
For sure.
But Corey's like hyping him up. Come on, you can do this. Come on, get up. Michael's like,
get up.
All right, you little shit. I'll get up. And then of course he's like, show me how to do it. And then of course he beats him up. Then he holds him down. And Michael's like, and he's like, doing that the whole scene.
Yes,
It was, to me, it was kind of funny, but at the same time, you see like now it's like, okay, the energy's coming back.
Yep.
Then of course every time he stabbed, it got faster and faster and faster, more harder, right? So when you start looking at that and seeing that, then it's like more of the connection now with Corey and Michael, because Michael's like, okay, well, you can help me out, I'll help you out, I guess.
True. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yep. Totally.
But at the same time, I've been like, okay, well, I just killed him. I got some strength back. I'm gonna kill you, get a little more. That's to me, that'd be what Michael should have done.
Well, to me, I feel like that was the kind of Michael that we kind of grew up kind of seeing. Or I don't know, maybe he saw that like Corey was like, falsely accused for something that like wasn't totally his fault. You know what I mean? Like obviously,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? Like maybe he saw through all that or something. Yeah.
But again, even when we go back to Halloween 4 with Jamie, right? Because like Jamie like touched Michael's hand after he got shot up, right? And then of course after they shot Michael up again, and he went down and everything else, and they went back home. Of course, she put the mask on and then took the scissors and stabbed, her stepmom, right? Of course, stepmom lived. I believe she lived, but when that scene happened, right? Then we all knew that okay, well, she's probably be the new Michael Myers, right? She could be the new Michael Myers. Well, that didn't pan out because again, who wants to see that? Everyone wants Michael Myers back, so they brought him back in Halloween 5. That he survived and everything else, right?
Yep.
And everybody keeps like saying, "Oh, Jamie's mute. Jamie can't talk. Why she can't talk? A big thing. Why she can't do that? Why she can't do that?" Well, again, once I believe the evil like transcended into her, Michael Myers does not talk. So at this point in time, it's like, is Michael mute?
True.
He can't talk, right? So then when Jamie can't talk in Halloween 5, is because she still has the evil Michael in her. So, of course, Michael doesn't talk. Jamie's not going to want to talk either. Even though she's trying to talk with evil, I guess you want to say that's still kind of in her. So now it's like the good and evil are kind of fighting a little bit because, again, she's trying to talk and she's still trying to save Rachel. She's still trying to save Tina and everything else. So you're starting to see more of the conflict within Jamie because now she's then after she kind of saved Tina, she will what happened. She was able to talk a little bit again. Tina, so you got that. So again, you have to look deep into those type of scenes, and and what the character development is, especially Halloween 5 with Jamie. Well, there was like, oh, she can't talk. She's mute. I'm mute. I can't talk. But it's like you have to look more deep into that because Michael doesn't talk. So the evil did get passed on her in Halloween 4. So she's not gonna be able to want to talk either. But again, they also like the trauma of trying to kill her mother. She kind of became mute.
Exactly.
But at the same time, you gotta look more deeper into scenarios. That's why when I watch the movies, I love them and enjoy them, but also too, I always try to dive deep into what's going on with the characters. And try to dive deep in more of the psychological part, especially with Halloween Ends. You really got to dive deep into all that and try to connect the pieces yourself. Especially like again, it's the Halloween Ends like it's the Christine feel.
Definitely,
the movie felt more like Christine than a Halloween movie, in my opinion.
Amen. It definitely did.
But at the same time, you do have other elements in there, not just Christine.
Yeah, Michael was Christine pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much. Michael was pretty much Christine, yeah.
But I can dig it. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'll give it another go. I'll give it another shot. And we'll see. I think I don't know. I think it's been long enough. I just need to watch it again.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it the other day. I mean, it's kind of still growing on me a little bit. But I do like the way Michael looks. I do kind of understand what David Gordon Green was doing with the ending, which I knew he was doing with the ending. But my only thing is, I wish we kind of had more Michael. And of course, like again, right? We got kills, which Michael was like an unstoppable killing machine.
Yep.
Then we get him ends is like, you're just a man in a Halloween mask.
Yep.
Because with me, you got those two lines that are freaking like just piercing at you. It's you're just a man in a Halloween mask, and you are just a man that's gonna stop breathing.
Oh yeah, before she gives him that freaking neck slice, yeah.
So my opinion is kind of like,
oh yeah, and then I forgot about what's her name's arm break.
Yeah. But hell, even like what Remzep said, he was said the best ending would have been is where she throws Michael over there. Michael wakes up, grabs her leg, and then pulls it down with her in there, and they both get intertwined, and they go out together.
Yeah.
That probably be a better ending for me because, again, I mean, I know a lot of people love Laurie Strode and, Jamie Lee Curtis. But again, it just, to me, Jamie Lee Curtis, in my opinion, she just does the movies for the paycheck.
Dude, I have nothing against. I mean, okay, I have nothing against Jamie Lee. Like honestly, man, like I grew up watching Halloween a lot, and so I can't wreck on her too much. And I think that's the reason why I like 18 so much is because she's a badass in the third act and just pretty much a badass through the whole film. And H2O, obviously the original, all that good stuff. But dude, I was getting that sense just more and more after that film came out. Some of the reviews were a little up and down, and then she was just kind of like, I don't really give a shit. And then just like, I mean, that's totally fine or whatever. But then like, I would never show my kids horror films. I mean, that's cool. I mean, I get it, parents and stuff, but okay, dude.
But my only thing is, again, like that's what kind of put a real bad taste in my mouth when she came up and said, you're a terrible parent for showing your kids horror films.
Is that what she
terrible
said?
Yeah, she said that.
Wow.
It is out there. Jill, does she say you're a terrible parent if you let your kids watch fucking horror films? You're a terrible person. You're a terrible parent. You're terrible. You're just so bad and terrible. When I found out that she said that, I was like, okay. Especially when like parents are bringing their kids, like, hey, she saw you in Halloween. She loved you in Halloween. She just started loving you and watching all your films. And then she's like, well, you're a bad parent for letting your kid watch horror films. You're a bad parent. Then it's like, okay, well, you're kind of, in a way, being a B, in my opinion, being the B word. And two, it's like there's people out there that have connections with their parents because of these horror films. And then, of course, parents that, either passed away and the kid, all he has is these movies to remember him by. Like, hey, me and my dad used to watch, Halloween all the time. We watched Halloween every day. He loved Halloween, loved Michael Myers. That's what we got together. Or, hey, my mom was a big fan of Jason. We got Jason. We love Jason. Or my grandma was big in Freddy Krueger. When we watched those together, we have some. I have something to remember by stuff like that. That what means a lot to people. And it's like, okay, if you don't care for horror films, that's totally fine. That's your entitlement. You don't like horror films, and whatever reasoning, whatever. Okay, that's fine. That's good. That's for you. Okay, great. But to tell somebody that, hey, you're a bad parent because you let your kids watch horror films. And again, when the kid has some kind of connection with their parents and something happens to their parents or grandmother or whatever, that's all they have that brought them closer together. That's all they have. To me, that's in my opinion, is what a shitty thing to say to somebody. Or even saying that to the whole horror community of all us fans and bring on hell. My Serenity, she watches Halloween. I put it on. And then of course every time that theme comes on, she's like this. She stops what she's doing. I'll play that theme, right? I put like a Halloween theme on. She will stop what she's doing and be like this. And then she'll look at me like, she'll start dancing to it. That's what she loves that theme. And every time I put something Michael Myers on, she runs over the TV and watches it. So it's like she's growing up to be, a horror fan. She's growing up to be, hopefully more of a Michael Myers fan, Halloween fan. So I got that with my son. Last year we watched the whole Halloween franchise. The only two we haven't watched it because he's only 8. We haven't watched the Rob Zombie ones yet. Wait till he's a little older to watch those two. But we've watched all the Halloween films except for Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2.
Nice. And then there was the whole thing. I don't know how true it was. I think I might have sent it to you guys, but like how, apparently there was like talks where like they showed up to the premiere of the new one, Ends, and it was Danielle Harris, and then I
don't know who you are. Yeah.
Scout, Taylor Compton. Is that what her name is?
I think so.
Yeah. And she was like kind of belittling them, and I was just like, damn, dude, like she has to know who these girls are and stuff. And if she, you know what I mean, like it just to me, she's just not as authentic, man.
Yeah,
like,
and that's why I just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, if Trick or Treat Studios ever release a freaking Laurie Strode one scale figure, that's the one figure I ain't fucking buying.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, did you hear the news about her like recently this last week?
No.
And we don't have to. We can talk about it backstage because I don't want to get into it too much on stream. What's up?
Why not? Let's get into it. Why not?
Oh, dude, I don't know if we should, man. No. Apparently there was just some stuff that she had posted on her gram that had some stuff in the background that people were questioning and were kind of upset about.
Oh yeah, that picture.
Yeah, I heard about dude, that. What in the shit is going on? And then for her, like her response to what it was some just weirdly just doesn't seem. It just seems so like I don't know, not natural response. I don't even know. Like it's just weird. Like
I don't know. This world's gone crazy, dude. This is why I relate to Michael Myers so much. It's like I'm just purely and simply evil. I'm just going about my business. Yeah, I don't get into the whole world.
Well, crap, dude, this is the only thing. Like, I love these films that we all love. I really, honestly do. But man, if there was ever some like weirdly stuff, weirdly not good demonic stuff going on with the people making these films, that would not be good. That would not sit well with me. Like, it would just not be good, man. And so, like, I really hope that shit isn't true. But man, like when I don't know, man. My view of the world would be very much like I don't know. Let's get to what Jason said. We'll worry about it later.
Jason Dyer, welcome back to the Shadows. He says, I love when new eyes witness this amazing franchise. Sheriff Barker is the real deal and needs to be in the new Friday 13th series and movie. Let's go. You know what? Let's talk about that for real quick, since he kind of brought it up. What are you more excited about, the series or the potential movie?
Okay, so okay, so this is how I'm gonna approach this. Okay, so I was really excited for the TV series because it's A24 and I like A24. I actually really like the films that they produce. I think they're cool as shit. I think they're a little out of the box. So if they went with a major franchise like Friday the 13th, I think it'd be pretty dope. I think both could obviously do well. Yeah, just like Jason said, the series. I mean, to me, when it comes to this film, I feel like, I have no hate at all for Sean S. Cunningham. This dude's a beast. Like, he brought us some awesome films and stuff. But is it more like he's trying to do this reboot now because he's seeing that, fans are like getting so excited for it and he's trying to do a money grab? I hope that's not the case. Either or, I think true fans will find, appeal with both things. You know what I mean? A series would be sick. I was mistaken when I thought the series was only going to be based around like anything not dealing with Michael in a mask and all that stuff. But then, I heard like, we watched a movie and Night Watch, like they all saying, well, like, no, they can, dabble in everything. So I think that's really cool. So again, I think A24's, spin on it could be really cool to see. So.
Oh, Jason Dyer says, reason because Bates Motel was done so well. Why not Friday the 13th as well? I don't trust Cunningham at all.
Yeah, I mean, I know that like Sean was like, good friends with Wes and stuff like that. So yeah, to me, it's just like they've only been in this whole like little fight over this whole thing because everybody's looking for their payout or like their percentage of the money and stuff like that for whatever they do and stuff. So,
well, see, that's again, when it comes to money, that's when comes the problem.
Yeah,
especially for like any franchise. Again, I'll bring it up. Look at freaking Star Wars, the sequel trilogy. Look how bad those fucking things dropped. It's everything's money, 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 money. Of course, when Halloween 18 came back, what happened? Everything started coming up the goddamn woodwork. Then we got Scream came back, Chucky series came back. We got all these other horror films. There's kind of
another reason why I love 18.
And then of course, now it's like, okay, well the two other big franchises, they already did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre like sequel to the original, just like 18 did, and it was put on Netflix. Then of course we have the two other big ones are Freddy and Jason. And of course, Jason is now coming back with a TV series plus a potential movie, which was either going to be. There were talks about a reboot or a sequel to the original. Again, a sequel to the original,
which would pretty much just be like the one that they did in
Copycat Halloween with Halloween 2018. Which okay, fine, whatever. But now it's more talk about a reboot now. How the reboot's going to play out. And then there was talk about, of course, with the rights to that. Well, what's face owns Jason, not Sean Cunningham. Now it's kind of like you're like, okay, well, is this going to be Jason, or is it going to be like somebody that looks like Jason, walks like Jason, kills like Jason, but with a different name?
True. Yeah.
So now it's kind of like we're going to those type of situations now.
But if A24 doesn't have to worry about that, then I have all the faith in the world that they'll probably come up with something dope. Like I don't know. That's just me. Yeah, but I need to check that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, my bad. I was just saying what Jason was saying. I need to check out Bates Motel if he said it's really well done. I've never been about TV shows too much, but Dace and I actually watched the original a couple weeks ago, and man, sit down to watch that film, the original, for the first time in like a long time. Such a well done film. I actually need to watch the other Psychos during the 80s and see how they are, because I've heard like 2 and 3 are actually pretty good.
All right, when it comes to TV shows, for me, I only have a handful I actually watched all the way to the end. First one was Smallville, Supernatural, Rescue Me, Nip Tuck, Teen Wolf, and Lucifer, and The Ranch. That's it.
Rescue Me, awesome, and Nip Tuck was beyond awesome. Yeah. Nice.
Let's see what he says. Says, I don't want just a cash grab. The series has some very passionate people involved who want the best for the franchise. The movie sounds like a cash grab. I love the direction the series is going.
Yeah. And that's honestly when people were just posting about like the reboot and stuff, I was like, oh man, here we go. I was like, here we go. Sean S. Cunningham, like he's wanting to do, like he's wanting to get a little bit of a cash grab, which, I mean, okay, it is what it is, but you can kind of see that that's what it was going for. And Jason said it right. Like A24 seems like they are very passionate in what they do, and that I think they'll come up with something very creative. So yeah, could be really cool.
My only thing is, when it comes to these franchises, Friday 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, whatever, it's to me personally, it's time to give it to people that care about the franchise and actually know what the fans want.
Yeah, true fans.
And what the fans need. Yeah. Let's do that. Again, you get these directors and they're all, I want to put again, I love 18 and Kills. I love those ones. I think David Gore Green did a great job. Of course, we had like little flaws with Kills, with Evil Dies Tonight, and of course, in Violent Night, the Santa Claus movie, John Leguizamo says Christmas dies tonight. I was like, oh, he said it. He said it. Christmas dies tonight.
Was that a pretty good film?
It was a good film. I actually enjoyed it. It's actually on Peacock.
It is. Yeah, I actually just saw that it was on there, and I was like debating whether I should watch it or not.
Well, they're actually coming with a sequel now too.
Nice.
They're talking right now in sequel production. Yeah, but again, Kelsey has flaws a little bit, especially with Tommy Doyle and the mob and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, he has little flaws, but still, Michael Myers was, it was flawless. So Michael, flawless.
Amen.
Michael had no flaws with him at all in that movie.
Yeah.
So we get to then he got some flaws, but again, we need directors, or even, you know what, just give it to fucking fans one day. Just say, hey fans, pick a fan that loves the fucking franchise, and here you go. Write me a trilogy of Halloween. Just go ahead and do it. We'll go ahead and fucking film it. And then, of course, you know, that might be the best fucking Halloween film of all time because a fan wrote it and it's fucking awesome. What the hell? Let me see here. I gotta look real quick. There's actually a fan film, which, you know what, I don't know if you would have watched that because I want to get copyrighted. Because I usually have the words to get copyrighted. Let's see here. I think I should have it here somewhere. I hope. Okay, basically it's called. So this little short fan film that they made, it's called Halloween Stalks. It's 14 minutes and 21 seconds, and there's only like two. It's basically only like technically like three or a couple actors. There's a couple kids, and then there's the girlfriend and boyfriend. That's pretty much it. And of course, the guy playing Michael Myers. So it's only a 14-minute film, but at the same time, they kind of captured Michael, I think, pretty good. Nice. But again, I was thinking about putting it on right now. We could watch it, you know, kind of like a little thing towards the end. We'll watch it. It's only 14 minutes, but the one thing I was want to get a big old copyright the live taken down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, maybe we'll see. Let me see. We'll think about it here after I read this comment. I still want to see Haddonfield series story about Myers at the town of the evil town of Haddonfield. You know what? If I want to see a prequel to the 78, I want to see Michael Myers and the asylum and everything else that happened, especially with when we had that comic series of Dr. Loomis and Michael in basically the sanitarium and shit was going on. Why not do that? So we kind of start getting more of Dr. Loomis talking about Michael, and we're seeing more of the interaction with Dr. Loomis and why Dr. Loomis saying, hey, he's purely some evil. He is this, you know, this and that, blah, blah. Why don't we get to more of that and kind of see Dr. Loomis' perspective before the events of 78? That would be an awesome series.
Okay. I think it would be cool if they did something just like we were talking about with Halloween 4. Like if they went with like, they're going off the first one, you know, possibly we don't know if like maybe Michael is broken out or anything like that, but like his essence is like living in the town. And then like all of a sudden, like, have you seen the slasher Trick? I've been asking everybody about this. It's called Trick. It's called Trick. Like Trick or Treat, but it's just called Trick. So it's a good Halloween slasher, dude. You should check it out. It's on Tubi. But what happens is like all of these killings are happening throughout all of these Halloweens throughout like this 5-year time span. And they're wondering if it's the same killer the whole time. They're like, is it the same guy? Is it the same guy? And so like maybe like something like that could be happening where like these things are happening like on Halloween. Do they know if it's Michael? Do they know if it's like some people, you know, other people doing it? Like to me, that'd be kind of cool where like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, and then in the end you find out what the heck's going on and you're like, oh, this is awesome. Like, to anybody out there, dude, I'm just saying, watch Trick, dude. It is actually cool. It's got Omar Epps. It's got Jamie Kennedy. It's actually pretty good, man.
I'll go check it out.
Yeah,
that sounds pretty interesting,
dude. The Halloween vibe in that film is freaking awesome. It's cool.
All right, give me a second here. Oh crap.
Man, Jason, you're gonna have all of that. Yeah, that's a lot of detail in all of those people. But yeah, that would be pretty sick. I mean, in a series, it would make sense. So,
okay. What do you say? Oh yeah. So if Friday 13th, the series takes the best out of every Friday 13th movies, it will be good. Imagine the backstory of Crazy Ralph, Mr. and Mrs. Voorhees. That would be pretty. Yeah, that'd pretty good. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
To see where Mr. Voorhees went.
Yeah, exactly. And I felt like that's what I thought initially the TV series was going to mainly be about, was like a prequel to all of that. So
and Jason at all ages. That'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
You could also tie in Halloween 3 to the series. Haddonfield, to me, has always been strange and not right.
Dude, that'd be awesome. Dude, Halloween 3 has like, it's just grown on me so much where like exactly like I was just telling you, if somebody wanted to remake that film and wanted to do it right, like even A24, dude, A24, man, they're doing some good stuff, man.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
All righty. I've been thinking about it, but you know what? Because I don't think you have seen it, so we're actually gonna watch it. We're gonna watch Halloween Stalks and see what happens. So everybody who's watching right now, again, please go subscribe to these guys. Again, I think they actually did a pretty good job, and we'll talk through it too. But you know what? I'm going to do it, man, because I really want to talk about this, and I think again, people who do fan films, and this actually just came out I think back in October.
Cool.
Or no, I think it came out in January. I think it came out this month, like a couple weeks ago.
That's dope.
So we're going to go ahead and watch it. Let me get it full screen here. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Oh, there we go. And we're off. Okay, let me go back a little bit. There you go. Can you hear it?
I can, yep.
Yeah, they always got to put a disclaimer there.
No doubt.
I do like the opening too, how they did this. They got a hell of a good mask too that the guy's using. It kind of gives you that feel of 78 look and Dick Warlock look too.
Cool. So do you recognize it? Did they get it from like Trick or Treat or something, or something they did, or
what's that?
Is it something like you recognize? Like, did they get it from Trick or Treat Studios, or is it something they kind of?
No, this I think actually is it kind of looks like a Nag mask. Like a Nag actually made this mask.
Cool.
It's kind of like one of those like an independent artist made it. I mean, it could be a Trick or Treat. I mean, this is like a Trick or Treat Studios.
Yeah.
But the mask he's wearing, I honestly don't know. I mean, the mask looks legit.
I'm not gonna lie, it would be cool as hell to make a film, man. It would be cool.
I still want to do my own Halloween fan film.
It'd be sick, man. Let's go. This is cool.
And of course, every Halloween fan film's always got that playing. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Dun, 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 dun. They came the cutest that I've ever seen. Dun, 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 dun.
Wow, you guys look awesome.
Jason Dyer says Halloween Ends could have been saved if the end had the Halloween 3 ending. Mitch Myers just died, which sucked, and they show kids trick or treating, and you hear the happy Halloween song.
Jason, literally, when they came out and said that he wanted to do that alternative ending, H3 reference, I was like, wow, like they dropped the ball, because that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted the whole time.
It appears that you
Jason Dyer said, "This is cool."
So formal. I like it.
I mean, the acting is not, but of course, her name's not Lori. Her name is like Lauren.
If you win,
Lauren.
Her name was Lauren. His name was Bob.
all night. But if I win, I get
Bob and
myself.
Lauren.
You won fair and square. I'm at your service.
That sounds amazing. But looks like I lost after all. Guess you shall make love to me now. What was that?
Raccoons, probably. They probably got into the shed.
Oh.
Perks of living in the countryside. Eh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But again, props to these guys that made this fan film,
I
man.
should
I think they
probably
did a
go
hell of a
chase them
job.
away, eh?
Yes.
The acting's not that bad in it.
It doesn't seem so bad so far.
Like my other thing is when you see people acting, especially when people do fan films, like kind of acting is kind of terrible. My only thing is just
how much
be
is that?
yourself. Act like a
Okay.
regular person. Act like you're just doing something. You know what I mean? Like your
Amen. Yeah.
everyday life. See, that was pretty cool when Michael's like standing in the bush and kind of walks back.
That was
You see
dope.
the raccoons?
No. It looked like someone. I just saw a shape.
Was it the boogeyman?
Not funny.
Oh, come on, babe. Who'd be hanging out here tonight?
Okay, this is
Like,
probably a
it's
dumb
dark,
question.
it's
Do you have to have a
cold,
pretty souped up
there's
camera to
nothing
do this shit? Like, you
because
couldn't
of
do this on like a GoPro or anything, right?
Hey, listen.
Probably not. You probably need like one of those fucking
There is
fancy
a
ass
kid
cameras.
pulling a prank. He's about to meet his match, huh?
Hmm.
See, with this here, you need the Apple, the fucking what is it, the Apple or whatever it is, the that
No.
super duper new phone with
Okay,
the super duper
comfortable.
camera on it.
Oh, probably, yeah. No, this is really good so far. The editing and like everything, it's cut really well. It's almost kind of giving me those Hush vibes. Yeah, it definitely is.
Hello?
Yeah, Jason Dyer says, I am down for any fan film. I will never judge a fan film because of the passion who made it. It is so cool. Love fan films. Shows how strong this genre is. This is really good. Yes.
Amen.
And when it comes like
Amen.
like hell, if you ever see my little, I mean, I kind of did a little fan film. I did like little shorts and stuff where like especially when I did like the like how it ends should have ended. And like me and Miss Shape kind of going at it. I mean, again, I told Miss Shape, you have to hit me. I want you to hit me with that pan. And she literally hit me. I'm like, blocking. And, because when I came to do that swing and she hit my arm, she really hit my arm.
What was it, hon?
Jason's right. Like this atmosphere is already good, and it's
Paul?
like, man, this is cool. How many views does
where
this
are
have on YouTube?
I think it's got like a lot of views.
Dope.
Let me see here.
It's not funny.
It's got 36K
Tricks
views.
me, no treat, okay?
This should have
And
way
this
more
one-
than 36.
No, hang on, wait, hang on. I was looking at the wrong one. Wait, where's it at? No, it's got 36. No, what is it? Yeah, it's got 36,000 views, and it was posted 11 days ago.
Oh, that's respect then. Nice. One of the knives was missing. This is cut so very good.
Let's wait to see Michael. I think Michael looks pretty good. Yeah, the music is on point.
You think they have multiple cameras?
Probably. See, my other thing, especially like with cameras at nighttime, especially like with like a phone, whatever, you gotta have the light on to actually see everything. I think the lighting is actually really good. I don't know how they do this because you can see like pure as day everything here.
Crowbar. Yeah, I think that he's already in the house.
Look how good he looks.
Yeah.
He's got he kind of like a Dick Warlock kind of walk.
You're right. Oh, let's go. into the trees. There's just something about it, Ethan got a smoke machine. Let's go. Or fog machine. Let's go.
I need one of those.
That'd be
I
cool.
might actually get one this year at Spirit Halloween. I might actually get one to actually do some like Michael Myers cosplay, so like the outside with the fog and stuff. I think it'd be pretty cool. Jason Dyer says that Myers is already better than 90% of the Halloween films.
Yeah, the mask looks really good. And yeah, like you said. Oh, look at that. That is so cool. No. That is not. No, there's not enough leaves.
I really don't know why it took so long to get the mask right. Again, I mean, I guess like around that time, like with the mask, especially like Halloween 4, 5, 6, H2O, Resurrection, I don't think Trick or Studios was in business yet. Or places like, or like even like us right now, like, we get like these independent artists like Nag and, Handy Boy Studios who actually make their masks. We don't have those guys at that point in time until later on. Then of course, we got Chris Nelson making the Halloween 18 and kills in his mask. Jason starts. This scene is making me itch.
They're absolutely killing it with this like film right now. This is so cool.
Yeah, the lighting is amazing. Again, it's like, especially when you have a camera and you try to do stuff, even without the flash or the flashlight, whatever. It's hard to see, especially at nighttime. So I mean, you gotta have one of those special cameras to do this.
Yeah, I like both of the moon shots right there. One through the trees. Well, I guess both of them kind of a little bit were, but.
Well, hey, Jason Dyer, I got a question for you. Who plays a better shape, me or him? See what he says.
I'm sorry, ma'am. You just have to know that he was obviously back in the house.
Yep. You hear?
I like it.
Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that.
Nice. Just kind of his. No, don't open the door. Don't open the door. Okay. Actually, no, I'm glad he did. Okay, nice.
Bob? What's going on over there?
Been trick-or-treated to death tonight.
Yeah, this was actually pretty good.
That was freaking dope. I wonder how long that actually took them to throw that together.
Probably a lot. I mean, like
A couple months, probably, yeah.
at least, especially for me, like me and Mr. Shapes thing, we had to do like all in one night because we actually had her friend come over and to do it with us, right? So for us to do that, we actually did the whole kitchen scene, or me walking from the hallway into the kitchen and everything else, and of course, her friend was actually following me with my camera with my phone behind me because I did everything on my phone. So because I actually have lights set up in the house to where it was still dark, but it still has some lighting in it. So she's coming. She's following right behind me, right? So I said, okay, we're going to walk. Okay, I'm going to get basically halfway in the kitchen, and then we're going to stop. Okay. So, of course, we get halfway in the kitchen, and I'm like, all right. I said, okay, all right, press stop on the camera. Okay. I said, now go into the pantry, basically behind the curtain. Basically, that's a laundry room. So go in there and hit start and film Nikki. So then, of course, she's filming Nikki at this point. I said, give at least 10 seconds to 15 seconds. It's kind of her like kind of looking, you know, like kind of quiet, you know, everything else. And then hit stop and then come back out. Okay, so then she gets back behind me again. Then, of course, I'm back walking in the kitchen again. So it's all got to be in takes.
Oh,
and then especially me and Miss Shape fighting, it kind of took a lot of kind of scene. I mean, again, like the shots I took that I put all together, that's actually shots from like 5 or 6 different videos we did.
Yeah.
To try to get the right angles, the right ones that I liked.
Nice.
Because again, there's sometimes like, and you put like some of the bloopers, because like when I missed the knife grab, when I missed grabbing her hand, or this thing, because the one time I actually grabbed her hand, but then she kind of came in and it kind of slipped. So I'm like this now. So instead of just having the one hand. So again, it's like constantly trying to get this going, and because again, I want to do a fight scene to mimic Halloween Ends. And do it that way. So we had different shots, and then of course, you know, where one time the knife got thrown too far, we couldn't find it, and I had to turn the lights on, look for it. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna put it right here, and everything else. We kind of had to do different shots, and then of course, when Nikki just had her back surgery, she couldn't fall down. So like right when I kill her, and you see the camera like kind of starts to like slide down, like the body's like falling down the ground and then looking up at me. That's actually her friend holding the camera and doing that fall for her.
Oh, nice.
So that's when we did it like that. And then, of course, I said I just took the pieces of the videos that I liked and what I thought looked good, and I just put it all together into that shot. So again, it's only like what, a 3-minute video, but still a 3-minute video that took us close to 2 hours to do. And then, of course, I got an hour and a half of editing of getting the right ones, the parts I like of the movie or film or whatever. So then I put it all together. He says, it's in your eyes. It says that Porsche is legit Halloween feel. Yeah, it was. He says that was really good. JZR says that took a lot of work to make that film. Much respect. Thank you for playing that for us. And it says, amen, Jason, 100%. Well done. It says, I really want to see a Bucky fan film. Bucky was more than a city worker. He was a staple of Haddonfield and a drinking buddy of Dr. Loomis. but I'm actually glad that it didn't get taken down at all.
Dude, that was awesome. And please, I'm going to put that on my story and tell people to watch that, because that was worth it, man. I actually like how they did not really show any of the kill scenes. They just kept it you can visualize yourself how you think that scene happened and stuff. That was cool. I love that. That was actually really cool.
Yeah, hell, they actually only show bits and pieces of see of their stuff on their YouTube page. But I mean, let me see.
They have an Instagram page. Shit, I'll follow that. Dude, that was cool. Yeah.
So some of you, I mean, hell, they already got 865 subscribers. They only got 7 videos, but again, it's all about this Halloween Stalks. And then introducing everything else, and the way to talk about it. I mean, these only 20 second, 20, 24 second, 50 second, 34 second. But then of course you get the full movie. But still, I mean, who knows what they're going to be doing next? I mean, because they even say in their channel in their description, it says Halloween Stalks is a fan film, and they love lyrics of John Carpenter's original masterpiece. It says Symphony says Halloween night in rural whatever Illinois, Lauren and Paul. Oh Paul. But you get that right, because you got Lauren, who's supposed to be Lori, and then you got Paul, which was Annie's boyfriend. But then the guy says, "Hey Bob, what's going on over there?" So you're getting those references of Bob, Paul, and then of course Lori, but it's Lauren. And then it goes on to say, but it just kind of talks about the movie. It says Paul are for a romantic night, unaware of a lurking evil. Before they knew it, all hell breaks loose, and their lives will be changed forever. The producer by Prod Image Films, directed by Dominic Cosen Benito, whatever, and this is filmed on location in Saint Leborn, Queen, Canada. It was basically from Canada.
Oh, dope.
But still, I mean, when people, like I said, when people do these film, I mean, that's why I want to do my fan film so bad, is to get it ready to go. But the thing is trying to find people to do it. I mean, I actually got Dylan and Emmy, basically good friends of ours. I kind of want to talk them into maybe meet maybe a couple times a week, or maybe one night a week, whatever, to do a fan film to where we're sitting on the couch, we're talking, and so you hear about, Michael Myers, because I still kind of want to do a fan film and kind of do that scenario. I even told Dylan's actually, he's a taller guy. He's actually taller than me. I'm 6 foot. Dylan, I say he's about 6'2", at least 6'2". So he's a little taller than me, but he's very slanky too. He's a very skinny guy. But I told him, I want to do a fight scene outside to where I attack you and then we started going to a tussle. Of course, we never seen Michael, fight, actually get into like a brawl out fight. I think that's pretty interesting to do. Is like me and Michael fight where, I push him against a car, he, busts me up in the car or something, or he comes at me and I'm just like, and I take his head, banging against the car door, or something to kind of give it.
We saw Lori bust him up.
Yeah, but I mean, seeing like two dudes like going at it, seeing
for
two
sure,
dudes
for
go
sure.
at it. I thought that was pretty cool too to see it actually do that. It said it was a true 78 style fan film. Yeah, it was. He said, I am going to share it with friends. Yes, please share. Please share the YouTube channel and everything else. I mean, to help there.
Yeah.
I said something like that. I mean, who knows what the next fan film they might do? But again, this is kind of like on those lines where you got this one here. You got the Inferno. That was pretty good. Like Halloween Inferno, part 1, 2, and 3. Those are good ones. And then you also have the what is it? Hell, the guy that actually got playing Barker, he looks kind of like Barker in a way. You ever seen that Halloween Inferno?
Mm-mm.
You never seen the Infernos?
No.
What? That might be another night. We maybe have you on. We'll watch those.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, we'll kind of do like each episode. We'll just kind of put like a fan film at the end or something. Because the Infernos are pretty good. There's also I think it was like one's called Happy Halloween. That's just one guy did. Then you also have that was actually pretty good too. Because it looks legit too. Like right after Site 18, whatever, it looks really legit. Before he kind of gets to Laurie's house, it looks really legit. And then you also have the then of course like Never Hike in the Snow, Never Hike Alone. You got those fan films with Jason, which actually are pretty cool too. And then of course you had like that one fan film with Jason versus Michael. That was a good one too.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, so you again like having these fan films coming out, again, you have people that love the franchises, love this, and they're putting their stuff. Again, why not have a fan make these films?
Yeah.
That's my big thing is if you, of course, David Marine said he's a fan of John Carpenter, he's a fan of Halloween series. He's a fan of the franchise. Okay, you see he's a fan of it because he's incorporating stuff in the films,
For
right?
sure. Yep.
But then when it got to Halloween Ends, it was like, okay, well, I want to do my own story now. It's like, no. You just established that you're a big Halloween fan and a big Michael Myers fan, and then you're going to basically give us these two good films and fucking drop the ball in fucking Halloween Ends. Like, what do you think?
But was he the one doing the writing for Ends?
It was him. It was Damon Bride and two others. So again, you got.
Don't forget Jamie Lee Curtis, because we all know she had her, put on that.
Yeah. He says, please support all fan films because it's not easy to do. It says, imagine you put your all in something just for someone to rip it apart. Remember, people do them because they love this genre. Yes.
Yeah. Amen. Jason, that's why when Killjoy Jake came out with his, dude, I was so impressed and so happy for him.
Is it out already?
Red Right Hand? Oh yeah, definitely, dude. Check it out. It has a American Psycho reference and shit in there. It's so.
Is Red Right Hand like a Scream film?
Definitely. Yep. Yeah.
That's just-
I was definitely impressed, man. It was cool as shit.
Again, like I said, when it comes to like fan films, I mean, yes, it's always great to watch these, and seeing. I mean, you got people that actually love it and actually do a good job, and then of course, you got some that's kind of like a low budget, real low budget type, you know. And like so, even like mine, especially like with mine, especially the ones I do, like hell, I even killed myself. I mean, it's a short. I mean, it's like a 24, maybe like 50.
Dude, it was dope. It was I thought it was cut really well, dude. Yeah.
But I mean, hey, we don't. Remember that. We'll watch that real quick before we head out of here.
No, I told Dace like right after we watched Jake's film, I was like, man, if I ever won the lottery, that'd be something so dope to just like go in and make a film. It'd be dope.
Let's see here. Man, it's like my computer loads so slow because I'm streaming at the same time. All right, let me see here. Go back to share screen. Studios more need to start listening to fans. Fans support the movies. Says they should start supporting the fans. Red Right Hand was fun. I'm probably gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that tonight or sometime tomorrow. Alrighty, so let me go here. Oh, what the hell?
Dude, seeing that Wolfman NECA figure, dude, I am going to try to get around to watching the Universal monster films, man, the originals.
Yeah, Horror Gang. Shout out to Horror Gang because he's just told me that the Dracula and the Invisible Man's being released sometime this year.
Cool.
Yeah, here it is. Oh. Oh, what happened? Is it playing still? Oh, it is. I do like my new intro.
Definitely.
Remember, the shape is always in the shadows. Subscribe to The Shape in the Shadows and be entitled to one good scare.
Because with this, I was trying to do like the Cameron scene in Halloween Kills.
Oh, the one where he can't use a gun? No, I'm just playing.
Oh shit! I did some shots.
It's a good looking mask, man. It's a good looking mask.
Yeah, Kid Zombie Effects actually did that mask. I got rehauled by him. Kid Zombie Effects.
That thing is dope. So
But yeah, well, see, like even with that, I mean, it's like I said, it's always kind of hard to do stuff like that because it's like, again, it's like I'm by myself. I got Mr. Shape. There's so many times I kill Mr. Shape. I mean, I have like 5 or 6 videos of me killing Mr. Shape. So at the same time, I was like, I actually have one video of me killing myself. I did a while back, which is kind of like I didn't know really how to do it. So I kind of like walk. It's one of the apartment times. I walk in the apartment and I go in my bedroom. And then I had the camera, and then I had to stop the camera, get dressed as Michael. Then I'm walking out of the bathroom, and I go in the bedroom, and all of a sudden you hear like, what the? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh. And then, of course, I come out. I'm back into my regular clothes. I'm like, hold my chest, like I got stabbed in the heart. And I fall down. Then I stop the camera, get dressed back up as Michael, and then I'm walking out of the bedroom. you know. So it's kind of like I gotta have those shots.
Yep.
Well, this one here, I did the same thing. I had dressed as Michael, take off my clothes, but I filmed. So I filmed my scenes first. So I did those first. I kind of filmed me, you know, walking in the shot of the camera. Look, and then of course I actually turned the camera. I stopped the camera, turn the camera around. Then of course I was trying to do that effect where I'm kind of like walking, as you see how the effect is like I'm walking to the curtain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I did the zoom in first, but the zoom in didn't look very good. So I actually had to pick it up, kind of quietly pick up the stand, the camera stand, and then kind of move it slowly to where you get that effect to where it's like you're getting closer to the curtain.
Yep.
Then it cuts back to me walking up to it, you know, about to open, and then of course back to the curtain, and then of course Michael pops out, you know. And then with that scene, of course, I can't really do the killing like with my mask on. So I just did that scene was me, you know, and of course I'm actually stabbing the camera stand. So that's when you hear that it gives that sound effects. And then but then of course I actually had to record my voice of doing the like oh shit
for sure. Yeah.
You know, I had recorded as that scene's playing.
Cool. Yep.
He says, Jason said that intro is kick ass. Says love the shaky cam that makes it so amazing. I said that small sample was very cool. Please continue the journey of making a fan film. Yeah, I'm actually again. I just need to talk to some people to try to get the script ready to go and everything else. Because I really want to do a fan film. Because again, it's just like I said, I love this franchise. I love Michael Myers, and again, I think I play a better Michael Myers than the victim. In my opinion.
No, that was perfect, man. Like honestly, the first time I watched that, I was like, wow, that was cut like really well, and like yeah, even just for a small short, dude, it was really good. And
of course, like when it comes to stuff like that, I mean, you kind of always want, you know, to have the views on it. You know what I mean? Like because again, you put your heart and soul into this like, you know, 3-minute video or this like, you know, 50-second clip, you know, or something. You kind of want to show it out there, you know. And of course, you know, when you see the views, like, oh man, I work real hard on that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's again, I love doing it, and of course, there's gonna be more shorts like that. Of course, you'll probably see me kill myself again. There's actually one I want to do outside, to where, like, I'm basically like looking around, like, did you guys hear that? You know, kind of doing something like that, where basically you're seeing it through my eyes, and the camera's my eyes, and then it's gonna be a shot where I'm looking here, and then I look back, and I come back out from the tree.
Yes.
As Michael, and I'm attacking the camera, and I'm just, you know, stabbing on the ground. And the camera falls to the ground, and I'm actually just stabbing, you know, at the camera pretty much. And kind of give like that effect, kind of do like a little thing. That's what I'm planning on doing. But as of tonight, we're supposed to get snow around 12 o'clock. Supposed to get 3 to 6 inches tonight.
Damn. Yeah, we got a foot like this last week. So it's stopped. But there's still a lot of snow on the ground.
But again, this pretty much wraps it up for tonight. Like I said, it was pretty cool. We could talk about Halloween 4. We jumped into Halloween Ends a little bit. Again, Halloween Ends is just, I mean, even though it came out October last year, it was still kind of in our brain, so we still kind of like to talk about everything else. And as you guys heard here first, Mr. Child of the Corn is going to be watching the game, give it another try.
Definitely.
And then, of course, we watched the fan film, Halloween Stalks. It was a good fan film. And again, like I said, please go support them, check them out. And also, please go check out Child of the Corn, you know, his YouTube channel. He does a great job. Also, follow him over on Instagram, too. On both Child of the Corn and Anthony Mock. On both of his accounts on Instagram. Like I say, he's got great stuff there. Like I say, I'm a big Michael Myers fan, but he's more of a big Scream fan. He loves Scream.
Dude, I got some stuff in the mail that I'm definitely posting. I'm deciding whether I want to do a video on it tomorrow. I actually got a hold of something that I actually was really impressed kind of with myself that I was able to get my hands on. It's actually really cool, man. I'm posting it tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do like a video or if I'm just going to do like an Instagram post, but it's actually pretty cool, man. Like I think you definitely dig it.
I mean, it's all things if you want to do like a video for YouTube, so that'd be pretty cool too. Because again, like so a lot of people like say, depending on how many followers you have on like Instagram, stuff like that. I mean, especially posts on YouTube where everybody can see it. You know what I mean? Where
True.
It's like you're showing what you love and like, hey, look at this, look what I got, and people are seeing it. Like, you know, you you get that's where other people are like, oh, hey, I kind of want to get one of those too. You know, especially like when I do like unboxing stuff like that too. You know, when I do like hell, I did the you know, I do reviews on my whole Michael Myers collection. You know, and talk about hell. I even got people asking me about, hey, are you going to get the Trick or Treat pumpkin from Trick or Treat? I was like, maybe sometime later, because I mean, again, right now, Tots is going to be I think what in the next week or this week, I believe, Tots is going to be releasing the Halloween 6 once a scale figure next month. Towards the end of next month, we're getting all 3 of the H2O Resurrection and Halloween Kills once a scale figure. We're also getting then of course sometime later on. I believe they said in the mid this year, so around the June July mark. It's like with the Halloween Ends mask. We're supposed to be getting the Rob Zombie's Halloween masks along with the Don Post mask, and of course the Scarecrow and the cat mask too, around that same time frame. As they said, I believe so. Hopefully we'll get those 2. But again, my only concern right now was there's no mentioning of the Dr. Loomis once a scale figure. I mean, they said they're supposed to be releasing it, but that was supposed to be released same time as the H2O Resurrection was supposed to be released. So there's still kind of no word yet on that, or if it's even done yet or not. So we might not get Dr. Loomis till maybe at the end of this year or maybe sometime next year. Oh, hang on. I forgot to read Jason Steyer one up here. He says, if I win the lottery, I am so getting all my favorite YouTubers. This includes you guys to make a kick-ass horror movie. It'll be epic. Yes, Sheriff Barker will be in it. So laugh out loud. And then he says, don't forget to support all Sheriff Barker films. Laugh out loud. The cowboy hat is the law. Well, yes, I appreciate everybody showing up tonight. Everybody in the chat.
Yeah, no doubt. Jason, appreciate you being here. Everybody in the chat, really good stuff. And I just want to say congrats on 700, man. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I never thought I'd get to 700, man.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, dude. Like seriously, like to me, like I don't know. Even when I reach 100, dude, to me that would be just be like, oh man, like this is
of course. For being a YouTuber, he's got to look at it as, you know, again, don't look at, for me personally, like don't look at YouTube as a business. Don't look at YouTube as a place to quit your day job and make money. Of course, that's what everybody wants to do, right? Everybody wants to quit their day job and make money, you know, doing something that they love, right? But I mean, like I said, you can do that, you know, put your heart and soul and everything else and do that, so like that. But the main focus for, you know, doing whatever you love, especially, you know, YouTube channel, whatever, you know, talking about, you know, like what I'm doing right now, is just do it for the love.
Amen.
Love what we're talking about. Just have fun, enjoy it, and stuff like that. You know, later on the stuff will come. But if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But still, you're enjoying it. You're still loving it, and that's what matters. Is basically, again, as you know, again, out of all the money in the world, money in the world cannot buy happiness. That's just my opinion.
Well, I mean, what I want is Jason to win the lottery, so then we can all make a fan film. That'd be dope.
Yes. Hey, if you win that lottery, Jason, throw me some of that money so I can make my fan. I get that real good camera and do my films and stuff. I can hire some actors and play. I know, Mr. Shape. I know. You love being my victim. I know. I know. And you do a pretty good job. You got me. Miss Shape did a pretty good job.
No, yeah, definitely. And actually, I want to shout out Chels. Chels has some of the best cosplay, man. Like we talked about it. Yeah, like we talked the Sydney one, dude. Chels, that Sydney one was amazing. Like seriously, when I first was like scanning over my just feed that day, I was like, oh, I literally thought like it was Drew. Like I'm not gonna lie. Pretty dope.
I appreciate that, Chels. And then he also, Jason Darrell says, this channel is fun because you are all having fun. Do it because it makes you happy. Yes, that is the most important thing. Do it because it makes you happy.
One of the biggest reasons why I don't know. I was so drawn into the community and everything. Like it was like I was like, man, this is so cool. Like everybody's just talking about films that they like and everything. And it's just, man, that's what makes the community and just doing this so much fun. Like I know, like I could, I mean, I don't know. Like for me personally, like I do like a lot of the new stuff that does come out, but I can't say that I'm big into like all of it. I'm more so like into the subgenre that I kind of like find the most appealing and stuff. But I don't know. I love, I don't know. If you love to do it, yeah.
Yeah, and then also too, I do kind of announcement because me and Anthony kind of talked before we hopped on here. Just like when me and Chelsea both have, of course, we have a podcast together this Halloween. We do this together. Once she starts getting her YouTube channel bumped up, we are going to basically sharing the podcast. So like I said, a couple episodes will be on mine, a couple episodes will be on her YouTube channel. That's what we came out together and create this podcast together. so we're both partners in this. So I said we're going to share the podcast back and forth. We get a couple episodes on my channel, a couple episodes on her channel. So you want to see like episode 3, you go on her channel. You want to see episode 4, you go on my channel. So kind of go back and forth. Me and Anthony kind of talked about this before we got on, that the podcast I came up brought up to is We Talk Movies. I talked to Anthony about it before we hopped on, and we're going to do the same thing as me and Chelsea do with this Halloween. So when it comes to We Talk Movies, it's going to be both me and Child of the Corns podcast. Again, you catch the next episode either on his channel. We kind of go back and forth on that. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. And again, that way you get the best of both worlds. You get the best me hosting it, and then of course you got Chelsea hosting it, and then of course you got me hosting again, and you got Child of the Corn hosting it. So you get the best of both worlds. And I think that's actually a pretty cool thing to do. That I have these two wonderful people basically being kind of partnership with our podcast, which is very awesome. You got anything to say?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Yeah, no, it should be fun. Like honestly, I'll probably have to obviously work on my intro for my channel a little bit, but no, honestly, I think it'll be good because I don't know, just like kind of just first thought. I mean, we can maybe like make it where maybe we're talking about either some films that are big at the time or maybe some films that are maybe not so talked about at the moment or something like that. And honestly, like maybe if we played out there where like we want to bring up, just a bunch of people that maybe want to come on the panel and just talk some movies.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be a good idea.
And also too, one other thing too, when it comes to the Mind of the Shape, next week we're going to be doing, of course, episode 5. We're talking about Halloween 5. And after that, I'm going to be so that pretty much be the week that you'll be off. The following week after next week, you'll be off that week. Then I'm going to do the other podcast. On pretty much either whenever you're free. Pretty much it seems like you're free on Tuesday nights. So Tuesday nights, in 2 weeks from now, we're going to do We Talk Movies. And I said so. So I'm going to pretty much alternate We Talk Movies with Halloween or the Mind of the Shape. So it's going to be alternated.
Love it.
1 week we'll be talking about Michael Myers, and then the next week we'll do movies. But then we'll probably like alternate. So then of course maybe I'll do We Talk Movies one time, then I'll do Halloween, then Halloween again, or I'll do We Talk Movies twice, and then I'll do the Mind of the Shape. That way I get you on the Mind of the Shape, and then I also get you on We Talk Movies. So we're gonna have to work it out, and kind of figure it out. But but next week we'll be doing part 5.
Dope.
And Chelsea also said, Justin Dyer says, cosplay is so awesome. Much respect to who does cosplay, a true art form. Yes, it is. Especially with Chelsea.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you should see her cosplay. She does amazing because she actually does with makeup and stuff too. I don't deal with makeup. I don't deal with makeup. I said again, as I always say, my cosplay is strictly Michael Myers. I do some Jason here and there. I did Jason like a couple times, and I did Freddy a couple times. But my main cosplay will always be Michael Myers. That's my love right there, and that's who I like to be all the time, especially on Halloween. I love you, Michael Myers, for Halloween. So that's mainly my cosplay, but she does over the top everything. I mean, hell, she even did the girl from Scream. What's her name? The first girl that they killed?
Oh, Casey Becker. Yeah.
Yeah, she did that. Oh man, she looked freaking awesome. I never seen Chelsea with blonde hair before. That was freaking awesome, man. I
literally thought it was Drew. I thought it was something from Scream, and I was like, oh man, it's Chelsea. Like it was good.
Yeah,
it was so spot on. Like yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you also got plenty of cosplayers out there that do a hell of a job. I said, like I said, she does. Hell, she even did a Darth Maul one too, which actually looked pretty cool. And that chick and the girl from Mission Impossible or what Kim Possible from that show Kim Possible.
Yeah.
She did the villain, the girl with the green outfit. She did that. She looked totally amazing in that. Like I said, she does a lot of cool stuff. Guys, you go check her out. And of course, too, she does have like she does crystals like that too. Go up to her, go to her Chelsea's Crystal Cauldron. She has that too. So that's freaking awesome. Says you're such a wicked Michael Myers shape. Says laugh my maybe I'll cosplay Michael Myers sometime soon. I'll love to see that. We got Michael Joe in the chat popping in. Says, "What's up, shape? What's going on, Michael Joe?
What's up?"
And she was laughing. I could believe me blonde either. I couldn't believe me blonde either. Shell says, I dig shooting for Kim Possible. Yes.
Yeah. Man, it's been a while. Man, and now that you're bringing that up, I do remember that. Yeah.
I want to see someone do Crazy Ralph cosplay. Dr. Loomis and Crazy Ralph are two of my favorite characters. I believe what's his face? Oh my God, Fly Tie. That came on Helwinton's.
Did Dr. Loomis? You're saying?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Spot on. I mean, it was crazy.
Like Terminator 2. He did like a Terminator one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty dope too.
He does really good work.
It's also check out Fly Tie. He actually has a YouTube channel. You can check it out. And also, he does have he's also on Instagram as well.
Yep.
But I said that's pretty much the big news we have. Like I said, it's pretty awesome having Child of the Corn being partner now with this podcast, and then of course me and Chelsea doing this is Halloween. I said these like I said, these guys are freaking awesome and amazing. I said please go follow them on Instagram and of course check out their YouTube channels. I said you ain't gonna be disappointed. I said these guys are awesome and they're great people.
Appreciate it. Thank you too, Jason. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
And y'all have a good night. And you got anything else to say before we head out?
Nope. Just wish everybody a good rest of the week, and we will definitely catch you on the next one.
And always remember, the shape is always in the shadows. Always. Everybody.